What is happening? Welcome into the gym, or welcome to the outside of my gym. Warming up for this legs day with sled drags in the driveway. Not trying to fatigue myself or move a ton of weight. The goal is to raise the body temperature, wake up the legs, and get them ready for heavy movements like squats, RDLs, and leg extensions. That sled is $30 on Amazon. I'll link it in the description if you're interested. First working exercise, 4 sets of barbell squats. This is my first time squatting in 3 weeks after tweaking my back. I dropped the weight significantly and elevated my heels to allow for a deeper, more comfortable squat. Sometimes positives can come from injuries. Sometimes they're a chance to reevaluate technique and help you slow down a little bit. A few months ago, I probably would have been disappointed to take this much weight off of the bar, but the goal isn't to prove how strong I am today. The goal is to move well, to stay healthy, and to continue to build strength for years to come. After squats, I'm moving on to alternating leg extensions, focusing on squeezing the quad and getting a strong contraction. The mind-muscle connection is a skill that develops over time, and isolation exercises like leg extensions are a great way to practice it. This is the second legs machine I've had in my garage gym. This one is higher quality and therefore more expensive, but I'll link the reviews to both legs machines down in the description if you're interested. Then I moved on to some heavier sets where I could push the quads to failure. One thing I love about leg extensions is you can absolutely destroy the quads without having to load the spine. Adding this leg extension leg curl machine to my garage gym has probably been one of the best upgrades I've made. For years I trained legs without it, but having the ability to isolate the quads and the hamstrings has added a completely new element to my leg training. After working the quads, I'm flipping the machine around and moving on to hamstrings, 170 pounds on the bar, doing 2 sets, taking both to failure. Just like quads, being able to directly isolate the hamstrings has added a whole new dimension to my training. And I'm not trying to just move the weight stack, I'm controlling the lowering phase, pulling my heels towards my ass and really focusing on getting a hard hamstring contraction. Doing a little rest pause here to crank out some more reps in set number 2 before moving on to another great compound movement, Romanian deadlifts with dumbbells. Hitting posterior chain again with RDLs, this movement is all about the hip hinge. I'm pushing my hips back, keeping a slight bend in the knees and allowing the dumbbells to travel downward while keeping the tension on the hamstrings and glutes. When I feel the glutes and hammies lengthened, I'm using them to drive the hips back forward, squeezing all the way through. 2 sets, 8 to 10 reps with 50-pound dumbbells. I'll switch this one up from time to time and do barbell RDLs and even straight leg deadlifts. You don't always need fancy equipment to build muscle. A pair of dumbbells and some weight plates or a set of steps can provide a little extra stretch for calf raises. Grabbing a pair of dumbbells for more resistance, I did 2 sets to failure, trying not to let the tension off the calves. I'm not trying to bounce through these reps, I'm controlling the stretch at the bottom, driving up through the balls of my feet, and squeezing the calves at the top of every repetition. And that's going to wrap up today's legs workout. I think the biggest lesson I've learned over the years is that progress takes patience. 3 weeks ago, I couldn't squat because of a back injury. Today, I'm back under the bar, adjusting and continuing to move forward. It's the same mindset that built this garage gym over the past 12 years. If you haven't seen my previous video about building this gym piece by piece, you should check that one out. It's up on the screen right now. Remember, you don't need the perfect conditions to start training, and you don't need the perfect gym to start building your dream setup. I'll see you back in the gym real soon.